So today we're going to talk about the crop domestication of Theobroma keiko and how the wild type ancestor plant and the modern plant differ from each other. The Quaco plant has a number of varieties and they're considered to be a long cultivated plant. The wild plant of Theobroma keiko, if it still exists, and its distribution can give us some much needed insights about the domestication of the plant itself. A botanist, Jose Cuartecasas, revised the genus Theobroma in 1964, where he was able to define about 22 species that he then grouped into 6 sections. He theorized that the genus itself has evolved into the South American Andes for a significant amount of time before even humans ever explored the Siberian mountains. From the New World, Theobroma bicolor is the one species of Theobroma that is known as a kitchen crop around southern Mexico, tropical Bolivia, and Brazil. And while it is not a source of keiko, it does produce something called pitaxti or balamti, which can be used independently on its own or as a drink, or more importantly to our studies, to dilute the more expensive keiko. Cultivated or domesticated trees usually bear larger fruit, but more importantly, Mr. Coe notes that a domesticated tree could very well outlast a well-built home in the most weather-riddled locations. However, that domesticated tree and its sapling descendants will also produce smaller fruit with a poorer quality to them. So how would a botanist go about classifying one tree as a wild and another as domesticated? Well, unfortunate as it is for us, it is an educated guess that is the answer to that question. And as there has not been enough substantiated evidence as to the origin of the cultivated Theobroma keiko. Overall, it's not particularly sure whether the wild plant of keiko extended to the southern end of the Mesoamerican culture and then domesticated into that area, or perhaps it was already a domesticated plant in ancient times when it was taken from South America and transported to Central America and Mexico. However, it's really important not to confuse the keiko fruit plant origin with the chocolate making process of origin. The discovery of the process of producing chocolate from the keiko plant itself was done by the Mesoamericans. So the differences between the keiko trees of Mesoamerica and those of South America are important to consider in our studies. Mesoamerican keiko trees are identified by very unique characteristics that include pods that are long and pointed with deep ridges and a warty look to them. They're also softer and the seeds have white cotyledons on them. Conversely, the South American keiko trees have hard pods that are round and compared to melons. The seeds contained within the pods also have cotyledons, but are more purple in color. And these two species of Theobroma are Criollo and Forastero, and they're able to interbreed and give fertile hybrids. However, they can only do this with each other. Producers who want to improve the plant species are recreating a natural combination that happened between these two species, and this different hybrid is called the Trinitario. It combines the strength and health of the Forastero plant while maintaining the quality of the Criollo bean. These hybrids and others that are not listed here are all part of the cultivation and domestication process of the Theobroma keiko.